Think you've heard it all? Think again. These aren't just fun facts. They're the kind that make you stop, blink twice, and question everything. From chili peppers that could knock you out to venom strong enough to kill 100 people, DNA that stretches for miles, and gaming gear steering real submarines, this is proof that truth really is stranger than fiction. Ready to get hit with knowledge you didn't know you needed? Can you imagine that the US Navy uses Xbox controllers to operate periscopes on submarines? Surprisingly, they swapped complex military joysticks for off-the-shelf Xbox controllers. Why? They're cheaper, familiar to young sailors, and way easier to use. This unexpected tech upgrade saves money and simplifies submarine operations. Gamers joining the Navy already know the controls. It's a brilliant example of modern military adapting to everyday tools, proof that even defense systems can benefit from gaming gear. Can you believe that jellyfish have existed on our planet for more than 600 million years? These soft, glowing creatures swam Earth's oceans before dinosaurs ever existed. They've survived 5 mass extinctions without a brain, heart, or bones. How? Their simple but adaptable bodies let them thrive in changing environments. Jellyfish are living fossils, drifting through time. Their story is a reminder that survival doesn't always require complexity. Sometimes, just floating along is enough. Did you know bees must visit about 2 million flowers to make just 1 kilogram of honey? Every golden drop results from thousands of bees tirelessly flying between blooms, collecting nectar and transforming it inside the hive. The process is a masterclass in teamwork and nature's efficiency. Honey isn't just sweet. It's a symbol of ecological harmony and dedication. So next time you taste it, remember, it's the product of millions of floral connections and buzzing cooperation. If you're thinking about walking the entire Great Wall of China, are you ready for the challenge? This legendary wall stretches more than 5,000 miles across mountains and deserts. A full trek could take over 18 months of daily walking. Built to defend dynasties and unify China, it now offers epic views and deep history. The journey reveals ancient engineering and national pride, step by step, stone by stone. It's not just a wall, it's a monumental adventure. Is it possible that sea otters hold hands while sleeping? Yes, and it's as functional as it is adorable. Sea otters float in the ocean on their backs, often linking paws to prevent drifting apart. This behavior forms rafts, or small sleeping groups. It's a touching display of connection in the wild, and it keeps them safe from currents. Nature's version of hand-holding keeps these cuddly swimmers united and secure. Did you know that koalas have fingerprints almost identical to humans? These fluffy marsupials from Australia have fingerprint patterns so detailed they can confuse forensic experts. Under a microscope, a koala's print looks nearly the same as a human's. This evolutionary quirk likely helps them grip branches and leaves. It's a surprising connection between two very different species. Who knew a sleepy tree hugger could have hands made for crime scenes? Did you know that about 4% of the world's population are US citizens? Out of 8 billion people, roughly 330 million live in the United States. Though a small fraction, their global impact is massive. From culture and politics to science and economics, America punches far above its weight on the world stage. This minority population shapes media, technology, and international affairs more than its numbers suggest. Influence doesn't always come from size. Can you believe butterflies taste with their feet? Instead of tongues, butterflies use special sensors on their feet to taste the plants they land on. These tiny taste buds help them find suitable leaves to lay their eggs. As soon as they land, they know if it's a good food source. It's like walking across your dinner to see if it's ripe. Insects sure have weird superpowers. Is it true that your DNA contains about 3 billion base pairs? Inside each human cell is a microscopic library of life, your DNA. It holds around 3 billion chemical base pairs arranged in a code that builds your entire body. If stretched out, just one strand would be over 1 meter long. That's incredible packaging. This biological instruction manual is hidden in every cell, shaping how you look, grow, and function. Did you know there are fish that can survive without water? Meet the climbing perch, a fish that breathes air and walks on land. Using strong pectoral fins and a specialized organ, it can survive for days out of water. It even wriggles across dry land in search of better habitats. Native to Asia, this tough fish defies expectations. It's a bizarre reminder that life always finds unusual ways to adapt. Can you believe Oxford University is older than the Aztec Empire? Founded in the 12th century, Oxford predates the rise of the Aztecs by over 200 years. While Aztec cities were just forming, students in England were already studying at one of the world's first universities. Oxford has weathered kings, wars, and revolutions, surviving centuries of global change. It's not just a school, it's a living piece of world history. Can you imagine that the moon is slowly drifting away from Earth? Every year, the moon moves about 1.5 inches farther from us due to gravitational forces. Billions of years ago, it looked much bigger in the sky. In the far future, eclipses might not even happen anymore. Scientists track this shift using lasers and reflectors left during Apollo missions. Our lunar companion is slowly saying goodbye, 1 inch at a time. Is it possible the most venomous snake in the world lives in Australia? Yes, the inland taipan, also called the fierce snake, is terrifyingly toxic. Just one bite holds enough venom to kill over 100 people. Thankfully, this snake is shy and rarely seen, living in remote desert regions. Despite its lethal potential, it avoids humans altogether. It's another reminder that Australia's wilderness is as dangerous as it is fascinating. Did you know there are over 4,000 satellites orbiting above us right now? These satellites handle GPS, phone signals, weather tracking, and more. Orbiting Earth at incredible speeds, they form an invisible network powering our daily lives. But the sky's getting crowded. Each launch adds to growing space debris. Scientists now worry about collisions and clutter. The space above us isn't as empty as it seems. It's a buzzing, high-tech superhighway. Can you handle the heat of the world's spiciest chili pepper? The Carolina Reaper holds the record, packing 1.6 million Scoville units of fiery pain. That's hundreds of times hotter than a jalapeno. Just one bite can cause sweating, tears, and even nausea. Developed in South Carolina, this little red pepper looks innocent, but burns like lava. It's not for the faint of heart. Only spice champions need apply for this flaming challenge. Is it true that blood type O is the most common in the world? Yes. About 38% of people have type O blood, making it the most widespread globally. Even more valuable, type O negative is the universal donor. In emergencies, doctors use it when blood type isn't known. If you've got type O blood, you might be a lifesaver without realizing it. In the quiet world of transfusions, this blood type is pure gold. Can you pronounce a word with 189,000 letters? The longest word in English is the chemical name for the protein titin, a mind-blowing 189,000 letters long. It takes hours to say and isn't even used in daily conversation. Scientists created it for naming purposes in biochemistry. Though impractical, it showcases the depth and complexity of science and language. It's less a word and more a linguistic mountain. Why have the Maldives become synonymous with luxury? This tropical paradise in the Indian Ocean offers turquoise lagoons, coral reefs, and overwater villas. It's a top destination for honeymoons and luxury escapes. Secluded and stunning, the Maldives attract travelers seeking beauty and calm. Beyond glamour, its rich marine life and peaceful scenery create a magical experience. Every visit feels like stepping into a dream, nature's perfect blend of elegance and escape. It's hard to believe, but there's a city in Italy with no streets. Venice is built entirely on canals, with boats replacing cars and sidewalks. Water taxis and gondolas glide through its winding waterways, offering a romantic and unique cityscape. There are no roads, just bridges, plazas, and flowing paths. Venice turns transportation into an art form. It's one of the only cities where every journey feels like a float through living history. Imagine for a moment that Machu Picchu is not just ruins, but a symbol of Inca greatness. Perched high in the Andes, this 15th century city was hidden from outsiders until 1911. Built with precision and purpose, it showcases the architectural genius of the Inca Empire. Surrounded by misty mountains and lush greenery, Machu Picchu feels sacred. It's more than stones. It's a powerful link to a lost civilization that once ruled the peaks of South America. And that's a wrap for today. But don't worry, that was just the tip of iceberg. For more jaw-dropping discoveries, check our other videos, and don't forget to subscribe us.